Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're looking at a pretty fascinating piece of ancient text, but we're not just going to read it like some dusty historical record. Nope. Instead, we're treating it as the ultimate, urgent, train-the-trainer manual. Seriously, imagine being handed a masterclass syllabus, but with an unchangeable, incredibly tight expiration date. That is exactly the scenario we're exploring today.
We kick things off with this dramatic hook straight from the source text. God commanded Enoch to live on earth 30 days. Right away, it instantly establishes the incredibly high stakes of this narrative. Enoch isn't just, casually wandering the earth. He's placed on a strict, unyielding deadline. Talk about the ultimate high-pressure performance plan. It's essentially a divine mission briefing, and the clock starts ticking the literal second he arrives.
Okay, let's dive into this. That number, 30, is the driving engine of this entire narrative. It's not some vague suggestion of time. It's a hard, absolute limit. Enoch has exactly 30 days to transfer a massive amount of crucial knowledge to his descendants. Everything we're about to see, every single piece of instruction, has to be perfectly executed before that timer hits zero.
So here is Enoch's divine syllabus. We're going to cover 1. The 30-day divine mandate. 2. Lesson 1. The only God. 3. Lesson 2. The commandments. 4. Lesson 3, written instructions. And finally, 5, the angelic extraction.
Starting right off with Section 1, the 30-day divine mandate.
The sheer urgency of Enoch's journey is mapped out here with incredible precision. On day 1, he's sent from heaven down to earth. Days 1 through 30, that is a hyper-focused instruction phase right inside his house. And on day 30 and beyond, the inevitable angelic retrieval happens. There is zero room for delay. It's a beautifully structured, highly efficient mission plan.
But who is he actually supposed to teach in such a crazy short amount of time? Well, the text tells us his target audience is incredibly specific. He's to tell thy sons and all thy household. Enoch isn't commanded to travel the globe or shout in the public square. Because of that 30-day mandate, the focus is brought inward. Think about it. When time is drastically short, we focus on our immediate legacy, right? He must secure this knowledge within his family, ensuring a direct, unbroken lineage of instruction.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 2, Lesson 1, the only God.
The source breaks down the specific things Enoch has to teach into a really clear 3-step instructional guide. We can basically think of this as the divine curriculum. First, they must understand there is no other God. Second, they have to keep the commandments. And third, they must read the handwritten books. It is a highly organized, progressive syllabus.
I want you to look closely at the specific phrasing used for the delivery of this first lesson, that all may hear from my face what is told them by thee. This is such a fascinating dynamic. Enoch acts as a direct, physical proxy for the divine. He's passing instructions face to face. The text blends the authority of the divine face with the physical voice of Enoch, which makes the classroom setting profoundly intimate and honestly super authoritative.
And what's the ultimate goal of this face-to-face instruction? The text states it explicitly, that they may read and understand how there is no other God but me. The clear expectation here is deep comprehension. Enoch's household isn't just supposed to casually memorize a fact, they are expected to deeply understand this core monotheistic truth. It is the absolute bedrock upon which the rest of the 30-day syllabus relies.
Section 3, Lesson 2, the commandments.
So the crucial point is that here, the curriculum shifts from internal belief to tangible action. Acknowledging the one God is not the finish line. It must be permanently coupled with active obedience, to always keep my commandments. The instruction demands total behavioral alignment.
Enoch's instruction relies on a brilliant balancing act. On one side, you have the internal truth, regulating the mind to acknowledge God. On the other side, the external action, regulating physical behavior to keep those commandments. It's a holistic teaching method perfectly tailored to create lasting change within that tight 30-day window.
Moving into Section 4, Lesson 3, written instructions.
How does Enoch solve the massive problem of his impending departure? The text gives us this incredible command, begin to read and take in the books of thy handwriting. This is a huge shift. The deeply personal, oral, face-to-face tradition we just saw suddenly pivots into a strict mandate for literacy and written record.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these books of thy handwriting are defined. These books are the physical written legacy created by Enoch to make absolutely sure the curriculum outlasts his physical presence. They are the ultimate contingency plan. Once Enoch's 30 days expire and he is no longer there to speak face to face, the handwritten books become the permanent teacher. The text transitions from a temporary spoken word to an enduring written law.
And finally, Section 5, the angelic extraction.
The text leaves absolutely no ambiguity about the deadline. And after 30 days I shall send my angel for thee, and he will take thee from earth and from thy sons to me. The finality of this moment is just striking. It confirms that the hard deadline was real all along. His extraction from the earth, and specifically from his sons, his students, is absolute. The masterclass is over. The teacher is officially removed.
As we wrap up this explainer, we're really left to ponder the ultimate success of Enoch's mission. He had 30 days to impart the nature of God, enforce the commandments, and establish a written record. It forces us to ask, how do written words outlive the 30-day presence of the teacher? It's a profound reminder that while our physical presence in any role is temporary, the knowledge we effectively pass down has the power to instruct generations indefinitely. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this fascinating divine syllabus. Keep asking questions, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.